What is going on, you guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. So this video, we're gonna have two parts. We're gonna be changing the oil on the 450, and then I'm gonna be going into a little bit of a story time with what all has happened with the 250, how I got it, everything I've done to it. I might even show you guys everything I've spent on it, so you guys know what all I have into this bike, and then why it's not working right now and why it's still in pieces, and then my plans for the future with it. So let's get into it. Alright, so now it's time to tell you guys about the 250. It's been about, I want to say 2 months now. So I originally got the bike from a guy I found at work. He said that there was a few things wrong with the bike, that it didn't want to start. There were a couple problems with the carburetor, which is why he thinks it has having trouble starting. I told him I like working on bikes, so I would just take the bike how it is if he would cut me on the price a little bit. I had never had a dirt bike before, as far as like what to look for on the bike when you're buying it and everything. I had never really ridden a dirt bike before, so I even test rode it, and it felt fine to me. I ended up doing the deal for $1,800. The first things I did to the bike is he actually gave me new plastics with the bike. So I went ahead and put those on there. Got a new chain and sprocket front and back for it. And then I also got a new air filter for it and some new grips. So that was everything I did to the bike that day. I rode it for a little bit and was wondering why the suspension felt so weird. Come to find out that it had leaked out all of the oil and there was pretty much nothing left in the front suspension. So I had to take those to a shop, get those rebuilt. I took them to Yz250f Lab for you guys that are in Wichita. A couple other things I did to the bike. I ended up giving it a top end rebuild because I was trying to figure out why the bike was not wanting to start. I mean, you could kick the hell out of it and it would just not kick over. The first day I rode it, I actually had to push start it to get it started. And then when I was taking the bike apart, I saw that the timing was way off. So that was actually the reason why the bike didn't want to start. The exhaust cam was completely out of whack. So that's why the bike wasn't wanting to start. I ended up getting a new chain, front sprocket, rear sprocket. I got new tires, front and back. I got handlebars, a front rotor, front brake pads. I got a pump or carburetor pump rebuild kit, linkage bearings, swing arm bearings, sprocket bolts. I got the cylinder honed. Tubes and a rim lock for front and back. I got the top end rebuild, which I did all myself. The suspension redone at Yz250f Lab. I got a chain guard, chain slider, chain tensioner, and then just random hardware for the bike. I got graphics for it. I got fork covers. I got a radiator louver and banjo bolt. I got an hour meter. I got numbers for the bike, and I got a clutch lever and a new vent tube. So everything I have into this bike right now came with the price of the bike too. Came out to $2,886.13. So I did all of that work to the bike in a couple days, under a month. I had the bike completely done. And then so I was super excited, took it out to ride for the first day, and the carburetor was a little bit out of tune, so it was running really rich. It kept backfiring and it was bogging down a little bit, but nothing major. I was planning on fixing it when I got back the next day. So I was out riding, I was doing a couple wheelies, and with the 250 it's not as easy as a 450 with just power ups. So I started popping the clutch a little bit, and then one time I did it, it sounded like the chain snapped. Not the regular chain, but the cam chain. It sounded like the cam chain snapped. So I ended up taking the top end apart, and cam chain looked perfectly fine. And so I was digging in a little bit deeper, and then when I got to take the cylinder off, the piston came out with it, which should have been connected to the rod, which it was not. And the reason it came disconnected was because there is a little clip right in here. There's a little clip that holds the wrist pin in the piston, and when you put it in, you're supposed to rotate it 100 degrees around from this little gap right there. When you put the clip in, you're supposed to rotate the opening 180 degrees from that opening. And I was being lazy, I didn't know that, and so I forgot to spin it. So the clip actually came out, the wrist pin came out, and so the connecting rod actually came off of the piston and then started smacking around inside of the cylinder. So it destroyed my piston, destroyed my cylinder, and all that work I did to my bike was for nothing. So now I'm to the point where I have to buy a new cylinder, a new piston, and I think that's it for now, and then we'll have to see if that fixes all the problems. I haven't ordered it yet because I'm a little bit tight on money, but those are the next steps that I need to do to get this bike back up and running. If you guys are watching this video, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you guys aren't already so you don't miss out on any of these future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys have a great week.